into something different. You know,
Come on, 5 minutes right now.
What?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So, a couple of things. You're going to hear him speak with authority. Baby, don't get it twisted. They may run that. You're going to hear her talk about being bored in that relationship. She's not fulfilled in that marriage, right? And you're going to hear him mention something about a divorce, right? And so that's threatening her sense of security. I mean, the whole reason why she's with him is for that financial security, right? If he divorced her, she don't have that. So he still has that, the upper hand. And as long as he controls the money and her, he's always going to have the upper hand. The reason why I wanted to use this video, because I know a lot of people love to sprinkle, and there are some things that she say that you can use, and then there are some things that are going to set you up to be in a loveless marriage or relationship. In a loveless marriage and relationship is the breeding ground for misery and resentment, and you do not want that. She's not fulfilled, which means there is a void. She went into this marriage knowing that she was never going to love this man, and she told herself that this man is never going to be capable of loving her because she does not believe that men are capable of love, which is crazy. Because I'll say again, if your sons were capable of love, then how do they grow into men who aren't capable of love? Now, my theory is y'all be jumping into these relationships, and I say y'all, I mean me too, have jumped into relationships prematurely. We tend to love someone else before we love ourselves. We tend to want to get to know someone else before we get to know ourselves. And what we find ourselves with is disappointment and heartbreak and heartache. And then we become fear. I can never trust again. I can never love again. I can't open myself up to that pain, which you can. You survived it. You'll survive again. Because what? You've learned some things. And you know better than you can do better. You're going to have to love. And you're going to have to love yourself before you love someone else. Because if you love someone, when you're at your lowest, when you come into your highest, and when I say your highest, I mean that you fully know who you are and you love you, right? And when you love you, people benefit from the love that you have for yourself, and you benefit from the love that they have for themselves. Because when you fully love yourself, there's just going to be things that you don't do, right? And one thing, like my ex, he used to always be like, I like how you respect me even when we're separated. And I will always say, I respect myself first, right? You benefit from the respect that I have for myself. And people will be like, that's harsh, but it is the truth. It is the respect that I have for myself that people benefit from, which is why I'm not going to ever set you up, which is why I'm not going to cheat on you, which is why I'm not going to dog you out. None of those things, because it is how I respect myself, and you benefit from that. So if someone else has a certain level a certain level of respect for themselves, you'll benefit for them for that. Can I not speak? You'll benefit from that. Meaning that if you are with a man who values integrity, right? Values honesty, values you, values himself, you'll benefit from that. Meaning he's going to protect your feelings in your heart, which means you'll be safe to love him, because hurting you is hurting himself. Do you get what I mean? So what I'm saying is, like, for me, I can't be in a relationship and be a cheater. I can't. Now, I know y'all can. I can only speak for me. I can't do it because it's how I love me. It's how I see me. It is the image of how I see me, right? And I don't want to damage the image of that I have for myself. So you're going to benefit from that. You're going to benefit from the fact that I don't want to be a certain way, so I'm just not going to do certain things to you. Now, I will benefit from who you are. And if you're similar to me, then we just wouldn't cross each other that way. Do you get what I mean? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But anyways, marrying someone solely off of their money and telling yourself that the men are not capable of loving you is selling yourself short. You're not going to receive love that you were designed to operate in, and you're not going to be fulfilled. You're going to find yourself miserable. Can you imagine spending the rest of your life in a loveless marriage and being bored and feeling like someone else controls your life? It's very much misery. It's very much sorrow. And it's very much what you're not designed for. So you can sell yourself if you want to, or you can be securing yourself. It's okay if you get your own money to secure yourself until you find yourself and until you find someone who matches you. Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to be a reflection of each other.